Hey guys, it's time for another hero deck profile. This time it's Motor City Magic's deck profile, not the Ginger. So let's get right into it.
Alright, so this is pretty standard. There's nothing really too special about it. There is in the trap lineup, but I'll explain that when I get there. So, 3 Shadow Mist, best monster in the main deck. It gets to your other heroes, it gets to Dark Law, it gets the Mass Change, it gets basically everything. And then I've always been against this when I'm finally playing 3 Bubble Man, mainly because Alias sucks right now. 1900's good, and Koga's pretty good. But when you open Alias, instead of searching it, your hand's just, like, dead until next turn, and you might just get OTK'd.
Cosmo.
So, I'll go on a rant later about that, but... So I'm playing only 6 heroes right now, 3 Mist, 3 Bubble Man. I want to put Alias back in really badly, but right now it's just not worth it. Then 2 Goblinberg, because getting those Summoner Monks and Shadow Mist out of your hand is really good for rank 4 plays. And it's a warrior, so it goes into Blade Armor Ninja and Excalibur like a boss. And then the last 2 monsters are Summoner Monk, because I've heard summoning monsters from your main deck is really good, and I hate a hero lives, so yeah. 10 monsters in the main, and then 3 of the worst card in the deck. This card sucks, but I'm playing it because I kind of have to. Don't really have much of a choice. 3 Mass Change, obvious. 2 E-Call, pretty obvious. 2 Mass Charge for the late game. You don't need 3. 3 bricks really hard, so... And it's good to get Acid and whatnot back in the extra deck, or Anki, so...
Or if you run out of Dark Law.
You know, or if you want to really make 3 Dark Law. 1 Miracle Fusion, because Absolute Zero is the shit. That guy is a dick, especially when you can Mass Change him into Acid at the end of your opponent's turn and just nuke their whole board. And if you have Dark Law, they kind of just scoop.
Oh my god, your whole board just banished. That's disgusting.
2 Instant Fusion, because Norden. That's kind of it. For the staples, 1 Rhoda, 1 Upstart, Rip. 1 Book of Moon, because I hate PK Fire. And 1 Raigeki, because I hate Cosmo.
But you also could be playing 1,000 Ice Restrict.
I could be playing 1,000 Eyes Restrict, but that card's expensive and I don't have one, so...
If you were so inclined.
Yeah. You could play 1,000 Eyes, but you don't need to. 3 Call the Haunted, best trap in the deck. It can summon out everything that you need. It can summon out a Shadow Mist from the graveyard. It can summon out a Bubble Man. It can bring back Norden, and then make another rank 4. And then my favorite card in the deck is Quaking Mirror Force. For those of you who don't know what this does, when your opponent declares an attack... I don't think it has to be a direct attack.
Nope,
No, it just declares an attack. You put all their monsters face down and they cannot change their battle position. So if a Pepe player just goes Pendulum Summon 5, go for game, you flip this, all their monsters are face down and they can't summon anymore. So they're stuck. And then you can go Raigeki, Shadow Mist Bubble Man, make Excalibur, and try and go for game, so.
I played that in my Yang Zing deck and it was the nuts.
This card is really good. You side it out against Monarchs because they can Shuget Summon, but other than that, you're perfectly fine. 2 Breakthrough Skill because I hate monster effects resolving, and I like the fact that it has double utility. Staples, 1 Mourning, because it's Mourning. Bottomless. These are for the Rafflesia, Bottomless, and Nightmare. I want to find a way to put 2 Time Space in here. I just can't find the room. 1 Torrential because it's good with Dark Law. And my interesting little idea here, 1 Crush card, 1 Eradicator. I got this from Yugi No No, so... And it's amazing, honestly. There's 5 targets for Crush card, and I believe there's 3 targets for Eradicator, so they're always live. And this kills Cosmo, and this kills PK Fire, because when you name trap against that deck, all of them either get banished with Dark Law, or they just go to the grave, and they can't really use them until next turn, and it's amazing. So that's it for the main deck. Going to the extra.
And Quaking Mirror Force is even more devastating against Cosmo.
Oh yeah, Quaking just wrecks Cosmo. 1 Norden, because Rip Norden, obviously. I'd play 2 if I could play 2 Norden. 2 Dark Law. You don't need 3, because you're never going to make the 3rd one. And even if you do, there's always Mass Charge to put them back into the extra deck, so you can just make them again. Anki, because it can attack for 14 for game directly. And it searches out Mass Change, so you can go Anki into Dark Law for no TK. Absolute Zero as your Miracle Fusion target, and then 1 Acid, because Acid is brutal as fuck. It's just Heavy Storm for no reason. And then for the XCs, 1 Rafflesia, because it's Rafflesia. A lot of times with your opening hand, you want to go Dark Law, Rafflesia, back row, and if your opponent doesn't have like Twin Twister or Raigeki, they really can't get out of that, because then you'll bottomless them on their turn, Dark Law is going to be a savage and stereotypical things. Cowboy for game, Dweller when Darklaw dies, Castel to deal with bullshit. Where do you go? Excalibur to deal with the Cosmo bosses, Blade Armor Ninja for the OTK, Ragnar Zero for Despots, Karen Gordon because I couldn't find a better rank 4, and Dark Rebellion. The side deck is going through a lot of work right now, but this is what I have for it. Double Lancia, Cosmo, Monarch, Infernoid, random Ritual Beast and Necros players because they're still around. 2 Darkle because fuck Cosmo. 2 Forbidden Lance for Monarchs in the mirror match because in the mirror match you can lance your opponent's Shedimus when they go for mass change, and now it just sits there. And Monarch, they can't Stormforth away your Darklaw, and that's really relevant. 2 Fairy Wind for Pendulums because I hate pendulums with a passion. They should go kill themselves.
And DDD.
And Rogue, you know, DDD, Yosenju, shit like that. You can blow up all their floodgates. My favorite card in the side deck, 3 Stygian Dirge. This card wrecks Burning Abyss in the face. What it does is that all your opponent's monsters lose 1 level. So now all their monsters are level 2.
And they can still make Virgil, I guess.
They can make Virgil, but that's about it. Like, they can't even make Beatrice. Like, when you flip this, if they don't kill it, you kind of just win. Because you can kind of easily poke over the BA monsters. Pengo is dying over there. You're right.
No, that card's just nasty.
Oh, this card is great. Oh, this card's great. 2 Royal Decree, because there are decks that play more traps than you, and you don't like that.
You're the worst kind of person.
I am a terrible person. And then the last card in the side deck is Light Imprisoning Mirror for Cosmo, Serteller Knight, and other rogue shit.
Any other rants you want to go on about Cosmo? Anything else?
We should probably make that a separate video, honestly.
Then we'll do that right now.
The only thing I really want to say about Heroes is that this deck is, in my opinion, very, very underrated. It can still... Darklaw is just the fucking man. Like, if you Darklaw a Pendulum player, or if you Darklaw any deck, they kind of just have to stop. Like, the fact that you get to essentially negate a search, and that you get to banish everything so they don't have a graveyard, especially against rogue decks like Yang Zing and stuff, where all their monsters just float, it's amazing, so...
Until they creature swap you.
Or if you're playing against Yosenju and they creature swap you, then you kind of cry. So that's all I got. Play this deck. Play whatever version you want. Just don't play Form Change OTK, because that deck's really bad, so, yeah.
Oh my god, alright. You heard the man, that's it.